Hi, this is Paul. I wanted to talk about the whole Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars thing that came out last night. Like I said, I don't watch award shows because they're just too long and too boring. So I don't watch award shows anymore. I think the last award show I used to watch was MTV, was it the Video Awards or Music Awards? One of those, or Movie Awards. One of those I used to watch. But I quit watching the Oscars a long time ago because it's just too long and too boring. And I just look the next day and see, usually see what happened. And actually, I was uploading a video last night, ironically for this channel, and because I have my account connected to Twitter, so when when I post a video, I post on Twitter to let people know that I post a video, and I saw Chris Rock and Will Smith trending on Twitter, but I didn't pay no attention to it until I think I saw a thing on, I think I saw an alert on my phone, but it didn't say specifically what happened until I think early in the morning when I was going to work this morning, and I saw on the news they was talking about that Will Smith smacked him, and I didn't see the actual video until I got to work because, like I said, award shows just don't interest me. But after watching the video and finding out everything that happened, and again, excuse me, Will Smith was totally in the wrong. Okay, Chris Rock was making a joke, and he made a joke before that at Javier Bardem and Penelope Cruz. He made a joke, I think, about that he can't win an Oscar or something because if his wife don't win, he can't win it or something like that. He made a joke, and you see them laughing, and he was just, Chris Rock was out there. I think he was out there to present an award for Best Documentary, and he was just going through the crowd like most of the comedians and stuff, and the presenters were making jokes at the audience expense. That's kind of a tradition that they do at the Oscars. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but apparently Jada Pinkett Smith has a condition called alopecia or something like that, that is basically her hair is, I think it's autoimmune disease, and it causes her hair to fall out. And so she decided to just to shave it off and give herself a Caesar rather than, because normally she has her hair cut short anyway, but she decided because she didn't want her hair to be, and I think they said that she made an Instagram post about it to tell her followers and stuff. Like I said, I don't follow that, so her Instagram or anything, so I don't know anything about that, but apparently that was the case. And apparently, because when you see the video, when Chris Rock makes the joke, the G.I. Jane joke, which is a kind of an off the cuff, a real, you could tell that was obviously an ad-lib joke that he made at the moment. It looked like Will Smith was smiling to me with the camera pan to him, and he was smiling. But I guess he looked at Jada, and maybe she gave him a look, like shaking her head and everything. And I guess then he said, "Oh, I gotta go defend her." Although, like I said, you don't do that at the Oscars, okay? You have a problem with that, okay? And you see that upset your wife, maybe go, I think the adult situation would have been to tell his wife, don't worry about it. After the show or an after party, I'll talk to Chris about that, okay? And we'll settle that, okay? Exactly. If you were that upset about it, that's the way you handle it. You don't go up on stage and put your hands on somebody, okay? You don't put your hands on somebody unless you want somebody to put their hands on you, okay? That's my whole philosophy. You don't put your hands on somebody unless you want to put your hands on me. And for those people that are saying he was defending his wife, give me a freaking break, okay? Chris Rock was making a joke, and he didn't make no joke about red table or entanglements or none of that, okay? Or August or something. He didn't make a joke about, I wonder what August is doing or something. He didn't make any of those type of jokes, which he could have easily done. Those are like softballs that he could have easily made, but he did. He just made a joke because he saw her short hair that maybe he knows he had alopecia, maybe he didn't. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, you don't go up on stage and put your hands on somebody. Okay, and I guarantee you, if The Rock was on the stage making that joke, Will Smith wouldn't have went up there and tried to attempt to hit The Rock or any other big guy. He would have went there. I guess he felt, oh, okay, I got to go defend my. Like I said, I don't know what's going on in his head. Maybe it's the result of all this, his public life becoming public, and I heard that they said he wrote a book, an autobiography, I think that came out last year or so, where he was talking about how he felt like a coward because when he was like 9 years old, his father basically visited domestic abuse on his mother, and he felt helpless as a 9-year-old that he couldn't step in and step his mother. He said he always felt like a coward that he couldn't defend his mom from getting beat up and verbally abused and stuff from his father. So, which I can understand that. Psychologically, and that's something that of course, obviously he was working on, going to therapy and stuff, but still, you don't put your hands on somebody, okay? That's not defending your wife, going up on stage and putting your hands on somebody. I could see defending your wife if somebody goes up in front of you, insults your wife in front of you, or tries to hit your wife, or tries to hit on you, pick up your wife. but this is an award show. You know what everybody's there for, okay? And I just saw right now on my feed, that CNN feed, that Will Smith he issued, because he apologized when he got the Oscar for King Richard, but he apologized to the Academy, and but he didn't apologize to Chris Rock, which I think was a low-class move. But he finally apologized now. They say he apologized on Instagram just now. He said, I apologize, and violence is never the answer. And exactly, because it's a cycle too. Exactly. He saw his father abuse his mother, so you're going to abuse somebody else? Come on, that was just low class, and he shouldn't have did that. And as a black person, okay, we get enough crap with you having to do something like that. That's just ridiculous. And for those people saying, oh, he's just defending the honor of his wife, spare me the BS. Okay, that was a joke. Okay, Chris Rock before that was making a joke at Javier Bardem and Penelope Cruz's expense right there, and they laughed it off. Okay. So spare me the break that he was defending the honor of his wife. Okay, I don't want to hear that. Okay, that's just very weak argument because it's an award show. Chris Rock is a comedian. Comedians make jokes, and if you think that's going to stop the comedians from making a joke because you smack Chris Rock on stage, you got other things coming because you know these comedians are going to be talking about this forever and more. And Chris Rock, I think he goes on tour with Kevin Hart. I think they said later in the year or whatever. So you know he's going to have to talk about it, and he'll put it into his. And I'm assuming they said he talked to Chris Rock probably during the after party and stuff, and that's supposedly what Puff Daddy said. They talked to each other, so maybe they squashed it amongst each other. Okay, maybe apologize in person, but now he it's the public apology by putting it on Instagram and stuff and saying that violence is never the answer, and that's a correct thing to do. So I'm glad he finally manned up. And the Academy Awards, I think they're at fault as well because once he put his hands on that on Chris Rock, Will Smith shouldn't. You still give him his Oscar. That's separate and apart from his behavior that night. They should have told him you can leave. You can let his wife accept the Oscar or whatever. But you should have told Will Smith you had to leave. You can't put your hands on somebody, okay? Because anywhere else, okay, you'd have been arrested because that's assault. Okay, you can't put your hands on somebody. Okay, he's telling a joke in a public forum. Okay. Come on, okay? And like I said, he could have talked about entanglements and all that other stuff, but he didn't talk about it. He just went for an easy, quick joke at your wife's expense. But that wasn't that bad of a joke that you had to get all in your feelings. But like I said, maybe after all this stuff with the entanglements and stuff, it built up in Will Smith. So maybe he has to go to therapy so he can express his anger. I think that's a lot of that is their private business, which they put out there for the public, which I don't think they should have ever did, but that's, they're separate individuals. They want to do that. But I think it's all that, I think that explosion last night was due to all the stuff that Will Smith basically had to take, all the red table talk, the entanglements talk, and all that stuff that he had to basically take and put up with. Because, people were clowning him when all that stuff came out. And maybe he had to basically eat it because he wanted to stay. He loved his wife. He wanted to stay with her. Okay. So he had to eat it. And basically everybody was making fun of him. So maybe that just built up in him. And but I still think he wouldn't have did that if it was a different person saying that. Like I said, if it was the Rock on the stage saying that, he wouldn't have never went up to, or maybe he would have, and then got embarrassed if he went up there trying to hit the Rock. But you don't put your hands on somebody. Okay, that's the main part I want to say. You don't put your hands on somebody. Okay, that was an award show. That they make jokes at the people's expense in the audience. They always do that. That's a tradition in Hollywood at the Oscars. That's the tradition. That going in. Okay. And again, that joke was not that bad. Okay. Trust me, that joke wasn't that bad. To be honest, it wasn't that bad. G.I. Joe 2. I gotta love. Come on. It was a cheap joke, but it wasn't that bad. And it wasn't that. Come on. Okay. Maybe like I said, she took it the wrong way, but yeah, you gotta, again, like I said, the mature way would have been to tell you, like, don't worry about it, okay? I got you, okay? After the show, I'll talk to Chris. We'll straighten this out, okay? Exactly. You handle your business in private. You don't handle your business on stage. And assaulting somebody is illegal, and he could have been arrested. But we know rich people don't get arrested, no matter what they do, okay? But overall, like I said, my sympathy goes completely to Chris Rock, okay? Like I said, he handled it like a professional, because some people, and I know me too, I might have snapped if it was me. You slapped me in the face, Will Smith would have he'd have probably ate a couple of fists. Because I'm sorry, you don't. Some things are like instant reaction. Like if somebody was to spit on you, or so, like I said, somebody's to slap you. And again, a slapping to me is sometimes it's more humiliating than a punch. Okay, because they're thinking that, oh, you're not even worth balling my fist up. I'm going to slap you like a woman. Okay, and that might have triggered something in my head where I would have snapped and he would have ate two real quick. He would have ate two right in the face. Okay, or I would have grabbed his hand and grabbed him by his neck. Okay, and shoved him to the floor. But that's just me. Okay, like I said, I know I have a short temper and and I wouldn't have put up with it. But Chris Rock was very professional the way he handled it, because again, a lot of people wouldn't have tucked that. Okay, and like I said, Will Smith, I understand he has those issues and stuff with Jada and all that stuff going on, and maybe the thing with his father being an abuser and stuff. All this stuff just boiled up to him, and he snapped at that moment. But cursing on live TV and assaulting somebody is not the way to solve it. Okay, and like I said, maybe he needs a little bit more therapy. Go to therapy and work out your issues between you and what happened with your father and your mother and with Jada and all that stuff. Work it out, okay? Well, you're too talented to let this ruin your career, okay? And the Oscars, they're probably going to ban him next year, because I know traditionally he would come to the Academy Awards since he won Best Actor this year. He would go next year and present the Best Actress award to the presenter. So maybe they'll ban him for a year from going to the Academy Award. Of course, Chris Rock didn't press charges because they said the LAPD asked him, and Chris Rock wasn't gonna press charges on Will Smith for a smack, but that was really low class thing to do. I'm sorry, okay, I watched Marcus Wiley and Chad Ocho, I think that's his name, not Chad Ocho. I forgot the guy's name, but he was kind of saying, because he was bringing up the whole thing with Will Smith, saying in his book that he felt like a coward for not defending his mom, even though he's only 9 years old when his mom got abused by his father. To me, that's giving him an excuse, okay? That may be part of it, but that's not a good excuse to assault somebody, okay? And like I said, he's lucky, okay, that, again, it was just maybe Chris Rock doing that, because I don't think he would have went up stage. He wouldn't have went on stage if that was Amy Schumer making that joke or somebody else bigger or something. He picked his right spot for his selective outrage, okay? Because come on. I just think that was a low-class move to what you did, and I'm glad you apologized to him publicly now, at least. And he apologized to him last night, probably at a party. That's what they said, the rumor, because that was a low-class thing to do. I'm seeing that night was supposed to be about you winning the Academy Award, and come on, you think Serena and Venus was there at that award show? You think? Come on, and I don't care what his son said on Twitter or something about that's how we defend our or something like that. Shut up, Jaden. You non-talented, okay, overprivileged kid. Shut up, okay. What your father did was wrong, okay. Period. End. Stop, okay. And there should have been a punishment. Like I said, the producers of that show, they should have stop instead of being indecisive. They should have told Will Smith right in the commercial break, well, I'm sorry, you got to go. Get up. You got to go. Okay, you can't assault somebody on our stage, on our show, on TV. You got to go. Get your stuff and go. If you win the Oscar, we'll send it to you. Okay, but you got to go. Okay, that would have been the right move instead of being scared. Okay, I'm sorry. I know that was his big moment, but he forfeited that right when he put his hands on somebody. You don't put your hands on somebody. Okay, that's one thing I can't tolerate. Don't put your hands on somebody. Don't put their hands on you first. Okay, that's being a bully, and I can't stand that. And I know, like I said, he has issues with Jada and all that other stuff and the abuse with his father, but don't take that out on Chris Rock. That was wrong, okay, all the way around. And I'm glad you apologized for it, okay? But that was wrong. That was a low-class moment in Oscar history for you to do that, okay? That just completely wrong, okay? Anyway, let me know what you think of this whole Chris Rock getting smacked by Will Smith situation. Feel free to leave comments down below. Let me know what you think. Also have links to my social media in the description box. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also have a link to my main channel, Trepacer, in the description box as well. Also have a link down below to my patron. And I want to say a special thank you to my patron. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say thank you to him for supporting me and always having my back. And again, my patrons only $5 a month. Tons of content on there. Tons of unedited TV show reactions on there. Everything from WandaVision to Loki to Hawkeye to What If to Titans to Doom Patrol to Mandalorian to the Book of Boba Fett to Stargirl to Superman and Lois. All 4 parts of Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I'm also going to be doing Moon Knight as well, because that comes on Wednesday on Disney Plus, so I'll be reacting to that as well. So follow the link below to the Patreon, And anyway, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.